Instagram. So everybody can go to, at Hoop Culture on Instagram. Click that link in the bio. It's going to take you directly to our website at hoopculture.com. And go ahead and shop there, And just because I feel like I'm very, very generous today, use the code HOLIDAY and you'll get 25% off of every purchase. So code HOLIDAY, that's active up until, I believe, Christmas Day.
Look at there. So if you're shopping online, use the code HOLIDAY. 25% off your entire order, right? Entire order. There you go. You guys can't beat that.
Yeah. Really, you can't, especially with the quality gear these guys hand out over there.
Thank you.
Now, is that on top of the specials, though? Let's make sure let's make sure we get
anything
this out there.
That's on sale, you know what I mean? It will be on top unless it's an item over $150.
There you go.
Which we only have 2 items.
So there's the disclaimer.
That's the disclaimer.
Know.
So that's the
but look,
fine
2 for $40 tees. I mean, you get 25% off.
Buy
that,
one, get one half off on hoodies too.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can save a good amount of money. Get you some hoop gear.
Exactly, and also the hoodies, especially for Marc being up in Philly because it's so cold up there because none of their teams are actually winning.
No, 125.
Danny's just, Marc, fire back, man. Jeez.
It's like Danny isn't a Falcons fan.
I feel so bad for my man Okafor.
I can't do anything with them. If he was talking Villanova, I might be able to say something, but Sixers, I can't do anything.
Exactly where Carolina fans down here, me and Paul are. So, Demo, once again.
One more thing. I'm going to let you know, the Pacers are going to finish third in the East. They will be in the Eastern Conference Finals. They'll be in the championship. It'll be them and Golden State for the Eastern Conference. I'm going to let you know now. And the Magic will make the playoffs, but, they're not going to go that far.
After you just said that the Pacers are going to the finals, you have no credibility with me, my man, but that's all good.
But they sell great gear, so but
hey, listen, you guys go check out Hoop Culture. Just don't listen to them on basketball advice, okay?
So, Demo, thanks for coming on again, man. We got to do this after the first year.
Thank you so much, man. You guys have a great day, man. You guys are always much fun.
Merry Christmas, my friend.
You too. Have a great holiday.
So, guys, we're going to transition into some things as what we're doing with, the Philadelphia 76ers have been, my hot topic of everything going on. And so we got one of our guys from the Florida Flight stepping in the building. Introduce yourself to the Orlando area because we're going to talk about Sixers with you for a second. Tell everybody who you are.
Hello, Orlando. Excuse me, a little bit nervous, but my name is Mike Floyd, guard for the Florida Flight.
Well, basically, the Florida Flight have a better winning percentage right now than the Philadelphia 76ers. So they won their holiday game over the Grinches, So they're 1-0, while the Sixers, I think, are 1-727. Is that right, Marc?
Yeah, just about.
So the question now is that the Sixers have been so bad for so long. They hired Jerry Colangelo about a week and a half ago. Now, I'm going to let Marc in this situation because Marc's going to have something good to say about this. But, Mike, do you think them signing Jerry Colangelo means that the tanking is going to be over?
Truthfully speaking, no. I do not. I feel like it was a great publicity move, however, but I don't necessarily feel like it'll stop the tanking, in my opinion.
Zach, what do you think?
No. Well, it's a little tough.
It is tough.
It's tough because we don't know exactly the kind of power that they're going to give Colangelo.
Right.
And what kind of impact this has on Sam Hinkie because, maybe it speeds up their process, which still seems a little bit slow. And I said this 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago or so. The big thing is getting Dario Saric because that's still a really good player that they're going to be getting. So, maybe to an extent, but
I'm going to kind of piggyback on what Zach just said because I think it really comes down to, and I'm not going to touch too much on it because I know Marc wants to kind of rant on it a little bit. Yeah. But my thing is it depends on what capacity they're wanting Colangelo to be involved. If it was forced or whatever the case is, and like I said, I'll let Marc go on that tirade, but I think it really depends on his involvement.
Marc is over there shaking like the Ultimate Warrior back in the old school wrestling days. So.
He's
Marc,
pumped.
go ahead and shake the ropes and take this one. It's all yours.
I understand they're reporting certain things, but Colangelo is in full control.
Okay.
He would not have even came to the Sixers. Nobody would come to the Sixers if they weren't given full control. And it was a forced hire by the NBA. I believe that also. Like, listen, this stops now. Now the Sixers will still lose this season. Most likely,
let's not get that twisted, right?
The Florida fight was more games than them.
It's not to stop the bleeding here, but it's a forced hire. Jared Colangelo, he's the same guy put together the Phoenix Suns teams from back in the day. Same guy took Charles Barkley away from us. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate it. And he's the guy, put together the dream team, when they were losing to, whoever, Trinidad and Tobago or whatever. Like, they were just losing to everybody, especially that world team, in 2002 when they didn't win the gold medal, and we know all about that. So Jerry's kind of just taking over. And I think he's probably just looking at the roster and looking at how many guys he's going to get rid of. And he's also probably putting feelers out, to some of the better players. Maybe not the all-star level players. He's probably talking to them, too, and their agents. And just seeing, like what kind of situation that we'll have going on in Philadelphia. Also with the draft. But I don't think Jerry's going to be like, all right, listen, we're sinking everything into the draft. I don't think, that's really going to happen. Because he's probably thinking, thinking like most people. He's trying to be a realist about it. Like, listen, we're not going to have 4 lottery picks. It very well could be 1 lottery pick and then, maybe some first-round picks. And this team, the Sixers and Hinkie, they haven't been good with, drafting outside of the first 14 picks. So I think, he's going to do that. It's already rumors of Mike D'Antoni coming in as the offensive coordinator like they would do in football, for Brett Brown. And then eventually he's going to push Brett Brown out, and he's going to be the coach here. And, that's really, what I think is going to happen. Now, who's going to get dealt? I think everybody's in play. Whether it's Noel, Okafor, everybody's in play. Wow. And, why is Okafor in play? He's doing good as a rookie. Well, Okafor has gotten into some trouble. And, that's not good for business. So I can see him also being in play, because of that. And maybe he doesn't fit what D'Antoni, the eventual coach, wants to do.
Well, it looks like Zach's itching over here. Hold on, Mark. What you got, Zach?
It's kind of like that. I think the draft, we'll see how that process goes. Everybody's hoping for Ben Simmons. I hope we get the number 1 pick. But guess what? If you don't still draft well, it's a lot of great players in this draft. Jaylen Brown, Jamal Murray, Ivan Rabb, Dwayne Bacon. The list goes on and on. Just draft correctly. That's all they need to do. And then try to bring some of these players over, see if Embiid and Sarge come back and, put some feelers out to some mid-level guys, maybe a top-level guy if we can get them, and, start to build this team. I don't want to see the tanking. I don't want to see Harry Giles and Joshua Jackson and Dennis Smith Jr., these 2017 guys, mentioned with this team at all.
Exactly.
If y'all can't notice, if you don't notice, Mark Johnson is you light a match near him and talk about the Sixers, and he's gone.
Especially when
you might not have a house after that.
Especially when you're talking about tanking. Zach, you got about 30 seconds before you had to break.
All right, quick question. Could the Florida Flight beat the 76ers?
Well, Mike, that's up to you. Do you guys beat the Sixers?
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
I agree.
My man.
That right there, that's the perfect way to end the segment. But Mike Floyd, check out the Florida Flight. This guy has some actual skills. I watched him play during the holiday game against Kenny Anderson and the Grinches. And Mike and Casey and those boys, they got something really special coming up for the Florida Basketball Association. So, Mike, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. Or us, rather.
Yeah,
no, thank you.
We're doing this again. When we get back from break, we're going to talk with the owner and the place who runs the Flamethrower, and also one of our writers from NBA Full Court Press Radio.com, Jason Cook's going to be along with us as well, too. So let's go pay some bills, and we'll be back for the final segment of Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC, live here at the Flamethrower. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Late Night Parents. I'm your host, Ted Hicks. We have a weekly podcast where we sit down and talk with game changers in the sports, technology, education fields. We even do product reviews and giveaways. Why, you ask? Because we're all parents. So if you're ready for an up-close and personal look, then you can check out our podcast. New episodes are available every Thursday. Catch us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. That's Late Night Parents. The site is latenightparents.com.
At the Fresh Market, we love holiday feasting as much as you do. So from now until December 24th, we are offering a daily deal on your favorite holiday foods of up to 40% off select items. Come in during our 12 Days of Freshness event and enjoy a new offer every day on our delicious and distinctive foods. Stop by your local store and enjoy extra savings every day between now and Christmas. The Fresh Market is here to make your holidays special. Visit thefreshmarket.com for details and store locations.
Are you looking for a fun experience on the water with your family? Bring them to the Orlando Water Sports Complex, located off Highway 528 near OIA. The Orlando Water Sports Complex provides an experience you won't soon forget, featuring cable wakeboarding, as well as the Super Air Nautique G23, the world's best wakeboarding and wake surfing boat for guests to enjoy. For more info, visit actionparks.com. That's AKTIONPARKS.com. And tell them Full Court Press sent you.
And now, a touching moment. Well, staying in touch with Geico.
Just the other night, as I gazed up into the sky, I saw a shooting star. In that moment, I made a wish that Geico would be available 24/7, by phone, on the web, or with the Geico app. After that, I realized my wish had already come true. So basically, I had just wasted a perfectly good wish. Then I started to think about dolphins and felt better right away.
Geico. Anywhere, anytime.
This is the beat of sports.
I don't ever claim that this job, sitting behind this microphone, is more difficult or less difficult than the person that writes a column, stands in front of a TV camera, or whatever other platforms that exist, including 140 characters, that this job is harder or easier than the others. But I do think when you have the written word and a chance to read, reread, edit before clicking send, it's different than when a live microphone is in front of your face. But I think Dusty Baker answered the question based on his belief, his experience of what is 5 decades in baseball. And if someone said, well, Dusty, you can't say that, Dusty Baker would likely say what? And if you're quick to go, see, the old man doesn't get it, you can't say that in 2015, Dusty Baker's answer would be, then you've never experienced a season in Major League Baseball.
The Beat of Sports with Marc Daniels.
9 a.m. weekdays on FM 96.9 The Game.
We're all born with the blues, whether we want to admit it or not. Though you'll truly experience the blues from a different yet very unique perspective when you visit Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues. At Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues, you'll experience some amazing sounds from aspiring, talented musicians in the blues genre. Be sure to download Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues Android app from Google Play Store and get wired to the Rattled Beach Show on Friday nights. Blues on. YippieKiABlues.com.
With the progress made in the fight against AIDS, the world is now on the cusp of an incredible possibility. We could deliver an AIDS-free generation by 2020. But only if we act now. iHeartRadio has partnered with Red in the fight to end AIDS. Go to the Red Shop-a-thon to buy great Red products for the holiday and bid on amazing celebrity experiences. Go to gilt.com/red to shop Red and save lives. GILT.com/red.
Preschool, SPORTZ, preschoolsports.com.
Brought to you by Ryan Pearson.
Preschool sports, ages 2 to 6. Register now for soccer and t-ball. Preschool sports, right here in Central Florida. Fitness and fun, playing out in the sun. Preschool, SPORTZ, preschoolsports.com.
Congrats to Bishop Moore High School on winning the 5A State High School Football Championship.
We are back for the final segment of Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC, live here at the Flame Broiler here in downtown Orlando. You got about 10 minutes to come get your rice bowl before the place closed down. Or check in with us, 407-916-8255 in the Orlando area. Before we check out tonight with myself, Mark Johnson, Paul Myers, and Zach Oliver, we want to thank Misty Welsh here at the Flame Broiler Restaurant for basically hosting us here tonight. And you know, since the great hospitality they've shown us here, we want to give Misty a chance to talk about the restaurant and also give our appreciation because, you know, they allow us to keep the restaurant open late for us and also do this great toy drive. So, Misty, it's all yours.
Well, it is our pleasure and honor to do this, and we love supporting Florida Flight and the Children's Home Society. It's a great cause, and we are just thankful that we were able to do this tonight. So we are a rice bowl concept. We're based out of California. There's about 170